Okay, so this is the comp makeup for all of the comp teams. So all the makeup's the same with just the exception of your lipstick color. Some of you have this color and some of you have red. So first you should always start with a base, whether it's foundation or you can use like a BB cream that's like less coverage. And then after you put your foundation on, you should use powder to set it so that it doesn't move or get oily. And then I suggest doing bronzer on your face, just a little bit on like the outsides of your cheeks and blend it in so it doesn't look patchy, just because especially with stage lighting, blush and bronzer helps you not look so washed out by all of the lights. So just on the outsides under your cheekbones to like carve out in between your cheekbones and your jaw. And then on the outside of your forehead, just on the upper part under your hairline. And then you should always use blush, a pretty generous amount, because if you go too light, then like I said, the stage lights kind of wash you out. So I haven't opened it yet. This is the one that we got in our kit, so make sure you use this one so that everyone matches. You should always do a line upwards because it just helps kind of blend it out instead of only doing the circle of your cheekbone, because sometimes that can look kind of funny. Yeah, so just go upwards. Make sure you have kind of a lot. Someone's at my house. And then next, I suggest if you have really light eyebrows, sometimes it looks funny with all of the rest of your makeup on if your eyebrows are like super blonde and you can't see them. So it's easy to just get like a brown brow gel and just run it through if you don't want to like get a pencil to fully shape them, or you can do that too. This is just easier. So just get a little brow gel, because with all of the comp makeup it looks kind of funny if you can't see your eyebrows. And then for the eyeshadow, we got this in our kit and it has the light color and the dark color. It gives you brushes, but these aren't the best. If this is all you have, they'll work fine. But I'm gonna use my brushes because they'll kind of work better. Your preference though. So first we're gonna take the dark color and use it on the outside of your eyelid on like this crease part and blend it in. I use powder and like a lid primer on my eyelids after I put foundation on to help blend out the brown, but you can also use the lighter color and put it all over your eye, and it'll help blend it too. But then on this eye, if you do use like a lid primer or powder as your base, we're still putting it all over our lid. So not where you put the brown, but basically everywhere else. And then we want stage makeup to be as dramatic as possible. So if your brown doesn't look very dark, I'd suggest using another layer. You don't want the top of your eyelid, like under your brow bone, to be super dark. So make sure that you concentrate most of the brown into like your outer corner, because it gives you like the smoky eye look. Still use the brown and blend it up, but don't make it super dark, or else it will look not very blended. And then just repeat that on the other eye. Okay. So it looks like that. And then with this cute little shiny stuff that everyone has, we're gonna put highlight on our brow bone. So there's like a cover, I think. But yeah. So use just a flat brush, or if you use these, you can use like one of the small ones. Just like this. Or the sponge one would work too. It's really not super fancy. And it's just gonna help kind of break up the eyeshadow so it doesn't look like the same color everywhere. You want it to be more of a smoky eye so it looks fancy. Okay. So we're gonna use this on our brow bone to give like the nice highlighted look. Just looks pretty. And then also, you can use a brush for this. I usually just take my pinky and put it in your inner corner, just because it looks pretty. Okay. I like to do highlight, so if you wanted to use this, I would suggest doing it, because unless your skin is already kind of oily, it makes you look less, I would say, like cakey. Like if you use just a little bit of highlight on your cheekbones, it'll help make it look more natural so that your foundation doesn't make your skin look cakey. And then we're gonna do our eyelashes, but before we do that, I always use liquid eyeliner, just like a thin line, so that when I put my eyelashes on, they don't look as fake. It kind of helps blend your eyelashes and your false eyelashes together. And you should also have mascara on before, because if you don't, then again, your real eyelashes and your fake eyelashes don't really blend together. So just put a line, nothing crazy. Just right above your lash line, so that it kind of gives a base for where the eyelash strip is gonna go. Okay, I finally got some. So I have the lash glue that has like a brush. There's also just the kind that like squirts out. Either work just fine. Oh. Don't apply a super thick layer of lash glue, or else it's going to take forever to dry, and it's going to be a lot harder to put them on. Sometimes I use tweezers because it can be easier, but it just depends what you want or have available. It's fine, I'll just use my fingers. But basically, after you have your eyeliner on, you want to make sure that the glue isn't super wet because it needs to be tacky, or else it's going to be a lot harder to put them on. Make sure that you put them on. These actually are the 105s because I had to get different ones since I just lost my other ones. But make sure that you put on the inner corner, the side that's like shorter, put that on the inside. And then I usually just do the middle first. Make sure that that's glued down well. And then focus on the corners after, and really make sure that the corners stick down, because that's usually the first place that starts to like fall off if you don't put them on well. Okay, so that's that one. And then I'll do the other one, because I was looking in the mirror, so I don't know if you could see me that well. Okay, so then you're just gonna do that again. So take the middle and put it down in the middle of your eyelid. Make sure that they're even so that one side isn't like super long, or else the corners will come off. Also, for those of you who have smaller eyes, when you get your eyelashes, it might be a good idea to cut them just a little bit to fit your eyelids, or else if they're too big, they'll probably fall off. So again, just put the corners down and make sure that the glue dries and that they're down well, because the corners usually fall off or come unglued first. Okay, and then a lot of the time, these ones already have mascara on them because they're pretty old, but the 105s are nice and long, but they're not super thick. So if you don't have any mascara on your natural eyelids or on the eyelashes, then they don't really look as dramatic. Not a lot of mascara because you don't want them to look clumpy. But if you just can tell that your eyelashes don't look super dark, you want to put just like a little bit. But mine look fine, so I'm not going to. Okay. And then I always put mascara on my bottom lashes, just because if you have a bunch of makeup on the top of your eyes and then you have nothing on the bottom, it looks kind of funny. So that's basically it. And then your lipstick, but I'm not going to put that on because I hope that you all know how to put lipstick on. But yeah, if you have any questions or you don't know what eyelashes to get or anything, you can just text one of the teachers and they'll probably send you pictures. But yeah, that's all.